Hi everyone, welcome back again. Thanks for joining me for another reflection card of the day. So I've chosen you a card, or rather been guided to choose a card for you already. I've meditated, I've thought about it, I've visualized it, and this one popped out of the deck. So we're going to talk about this card. Also, if you'd like to share, share, and subscribe, please do so below as well. I'd appreciate it, and thank you for those who already have. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the reading. I also have Facebook, Instagram. That's still growing, so give it some time. And my website is almost just about up and ready. Okay, thanks so much everyone. Let's get cracking. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the Waite, classic Waite deck. Over there, this is the card that I was guided to give you. Okay, so we're reading here with Earth energy, which of course is quite slow. It's quite a slow energy. It takes time, sort of progresses quite slowly. And this specifically got to do with the amount of time and energy that you put into doing things, okay? Also, it's got to do with your pentacles. So if we look at different aspects, okay? So when we're looking at this card, Earth energy tends to be quite slow, quite progressive, and it's all about being methodical. It's about the time and the energy that you put into something. If you look at this character, he's standing there looking at the work that is put into everything. Will it pay off? Will I be able to achieve my aim, my goal of all the hard work, all the toil that I've put into, energy that I've put into achieving my goal? So this card can often be looking at both ways, either positive or negative. It's very much a card of you reap what you sow. So karmically, if you look at that, one has to look back, or rather look at what one has been wanting to achieve, and you've done that in the right way that you could do. Okay, so this person is evaluating everything. This person is just about there to reach sort of the end of that road and looking back and just taking a moment. In fact, you've been guided and told, just take a moment, take a step back and look at all the hard work you've put into that. Take a bit of a rest. This card is saying you've put in a lot of hard work, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of thought, a lot of everything of yourself. Very much that Taurus energy. Okay, so this card astrologically places in Taurus, Saturn in Taurus. It also very much has to do with Venus as well, an energy of Venus and Neptune. Kabbalistically, we're looking at Venus and Neptune specifically as well. Those planetary alignments there, which also gives a bit of energy, the love, the dedication, the time, all that motivation, everything else you put into that. Personal also to do with psychic ability, the amount of time and energy that you want to be, being introverted as well, another kind of introversion. So it's all about that and taking the time and taking a step back and looking at those processes you put into that. Okay, so I also want to look at the time frame as this as well. If you're looking at this, we've just passed that recently from a period of the 12th to the 22nd of May, around about there, very much a time of May for the period of Taurian people, which they're really born in that period of May. So looking at the period of May, if you're looking at a time frame as well specifically. And also this can also take time when you're looking for something to happen. It would be anything from round about the end of August, round about the 28th of August time alignments, to round about the 2nd or just the beginning of September. So we're moving very, very close to that right now. So anything that you're wanting to achieve or wanting to happen, or you're wanting to see movement, which you haven't been seeing in this present moment, you've been waiting and saying, I'm putting all this time and energy, when is it going to happen? This is very much a yes card. It's not a maybe card. It's not like, yes, vacillating in between two things. It's very much, I've focused myself, I'm very attentive. It's also very much about a self-awareness, me, I'm focused on what I'm doing. Okay, so this person is very focused. They're looking at what they want to achieve with the way going forward. It's very much like a, be careful of being a tourist, a bull in a china shop kind of vibe that one would tend to want to do, but rather just to allow things to unfold. You've now put in all the hard work. Take a moment to relax. Take it easy. There's no need to rush this. This is also earth energy. So earth energy takes time. It's not swift and quick like your sword energy or your fire energy, of course, of the one suits. Okay, so this is very much about that. So if you're looking at perhaps work, for example, this is then telling you that, yes, all the time and energy you put into that, it's now starting to see the fruits of your labor. Everything that you put into that now, you should be able to start seeing that happening now. But also to keep your eyes open for things happening around you. Don't give up before you're just about to turn that corner. That's what this card is telling you. Don't give up. Because you can see this person is very wary. The guy standing there, he looks at all this work and says, wow, am I really going to achieve what I've been trying to do? Am I going to actually get the fruits of my labor that we were speaking about? Will I achieve my aim? Will I be able to just get to the top of that mountain? It's like seeing a Wednesday, for example. We call it hump day. When you've just gone up that mountain, you're about to reach the pinnacle of the top, and now it's starting to descend, and it's so easy and it's so gradual. And not to rush. It's very much a kind of saying, don't rush yourself. Take your time. It's okay. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, so think about that one. So when we think about that, you should start seeing the fruition, okay, or starting to see things starting to happen at the end of August to the beginning of September. Okay, so that's very soon. It's around the corner. And you should start seeing that now already. You're getting this, reading this card right now. So I hope you paused the card reading before when you started and just imbued your energy into the reading as well. Okay, so we're also looking at the number 7, which is the numerological aspect of this reading. Okay, so 7 is very much a card, very much a number that resonates with seeking and questing, wanting to find and seek, and perhaps finding, saying, what am I doing? Where am I going to? Why do I want to do this? And it's also going and being that adventurer and trying different things and trying to be able to find it almost like that elixir, the meaning of life, the what is that energy you talk about? The elixir of life that we're looking for as well. Where can I find it? Where can I go? Am I on the right track? This is very much also one of you saying you have now come to the point where you know what you want to be doing. You're willing to put all the energy and the time into it. Also, Taurus can also be very self-indulgent, also about a very self-mindedness card. It's also to be wary of that self-mindedness and saying, hey, what's happening around me? What's actually going on? Am I losing sight of what is happening? Where am I going to? Where are you placing your energies? That's what this card's also saying. Where are you placing your energies? Do I want to continue placing your energies there in this space? So this is very much about looking at all that in all spheres of your life as well. If you're looking at that from a career perspective, you might be looking at something that you put yourself into, a project of some kind. You've started perhaps a new idea that you have that you would like to invest in, and you've been toying with this for quite some time, and you've been dabbling in it for a while. This is saying to you to go into that. Go, focused, stay focused. Don't get sidetracked, don't get distracted, but keep on going. If you're looking at this perhaps from also I've been guided to tell you something here from a psychic perspective as well. It's also talking about you, if you have any psychic abilities or you are being told to trust your gut or your intuition about someone or a situation, I've been told that you need to trust that as well. You've been feeling this, or can also be a little bit negative in that respect. It can go and vacillate both ways. Also saying that, hey, I want to put more energy into this, but I'm doubting the situation. If you've been having a question about something like that, the answer is definitely saying yes, you are right about what you are feeling in this situation. Trust your instinct, trust your gut. Don't be distracted by what other people are telling you around you. Focus, keep your eye firmly focused on what it is that you want to be doing and keep on going for that. Don't allow people to distract you. Don't allow people to veer you off your path of where you want to be going. Okay, so if you want to also be looking at perhaps maybe some protection stones that you want to get, amethyst is always a universal do-it-all kind of stone. Okay, it's an all-rounder kind of stone. Amethyst is wonderful, also specifically for Taurus. You can also get some bloodstone. Amethyst is a wonderful purifier. It cleanses negative energies around your space as well. It's a wonderful boost. It also relieves you of stress and anxieties around you. And also, it tends to also takes time and just slows it down a little bit and just makes you more relaxed. It's a wonderful natural tranquilizer and neutralizer of energy like that. It also transmutes negative energies around you too. People don't believe it, but you will see it around you. You'll feel much better. So be aware of that when you're using and wearing amethyst around you. Keep it with you, keep it in your space. I wouldn't put amethyst into your water. You can put it near your water. Please be careful when you're using and working with stones. Don't put it in your water. A lot of these stones can also dissolve in water, which those minerals might not be that great for you when you're ingesting them. But if you want to cleanse that energy in that water, you can also imbue and just place your energies around the water and change that crystal formation by just focusing your energy on what it is that you would like to impress upon that water. Okay, and then drink it, which is really good for you. So you can change the structure of that, the crystalline structure of the water by doing that, just by putting your hands and visualizing it around you, which is why holy water is just so powerful. The other stone as well, bloodstone, is also another wonderful also neutralizer as well. It also neutralizes negative energies, and not just beautiful, neutralizes the energy around you, around your space. It's also a blood cleanser as well, which is really, really great. It's wonderful for certain organs in the body, specifically related to when we talk about Taurus. Taurus is specifically related to the throat. We're talking about the thyroid, we're talking about the vocal cords, we're talking about the throat itself in general, anything related to the throat and the neck area. Okay, so if you might be looking at this card and this is for you, you might be having problems perhaps with your throat chakra being out of balance right now. So we're looking at the color blue as well. You could wear the color blue, you could eat blue foods, so to speak, like a blueberry, for example. Energetically blue, wearing the color blue, being in a blue space, meditating in the color blue, meditating and seeing a wonderful sphere around your throat area and just breathing into that sphere and expanding your throat area. You might be having problems speaking because, of course, we're dealing with earth energy here. So earth energy can be quite introverted and quite mute as well when it comes to that. And also, Taurus doesn't have a problem speaking their mind. But you might be a person who's quite mutable or mutable sign. So be working with your throat energy and how you come across to others. Being too abrasive, perhaps, and not being received too well. But just transmuting that energy and doing it from a beautiful, loving space as well. So that's where the Kabbalistic Venus comes in with your heart chakra, your heart space. It's interesting how if you look at this card, you will see that the guy has got the blue around his armbands, he's got the orange color. Now that's very interesting because that corresponds very much to blue for your throat chakra, which is interesting. And of course orange, which is for the sacral chakra, which is your chakra just below your base chakra, where the gonads or the sexual organs are, and just above that, where your abdomen is. That part over there would be your sacral chakra, just below the navel. Okay, so that is also to do with the sacral chakra and to balancing that area out over there. Okay, looking at those specific ones, checking out those areas and balancing that chakra there. You can just meditate on your chakras, listen to some wonderful, perhaps some binaural beats, which resonates to that, a certain hertz frequency. I'm not sure what it is. You could also do the Om chanting. You have wonderful Om. That one would be I think it's Lam. I'm not quite sure, but you have the different resonating sounds which you can use. You can meditate on that and give you the frequency from that standpoint. Meditating on that perhaps in the morning or any time during the day. Your best times for meditation being, of course, just at dawn and, of course, at dusk. So at sunrise and sunset as well. Okay, so think about those chakras. You need to work on those. You'll specifically also look at that if you're looking at this particular placement for this astrological placement as well. We're looking at the liver, the spleen, and the kidneys, which is very similar to the last one as well, but a bit different. We talk about the liver and your kidneys. As I mentioned before, I mentioned that Boulder Sonara and Nephros Solid from Vogels is very good. Use them together because they're wonderful also for the gallbladder, the kidneys, the liver, and it'll also incorporate the spleen automatically as well because it's all part of the same endocrine system we're talking about there. Okay, right. I'm not a medical doctor, so if anybody over here is one and I'm incorrect about the actual endocrine system, what those all are, please stand under correction. And I'm talking about the specific organs right here which are related astrologically. Okay, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm telling you to have a look at those and to see if you might have any problems or areas in there, and just to do an overall cleanse which could help you. Of course, whenever you're using any of these detoxifiers or any herbs, anything like that, just be sure to check with any GP or a health practitioner that you know of or whatever, or homeopath to help you out in terms of that. You might be allergic to some of them, it might not work that well with your body because you're all different. Okay, so that's what I have for you with that over there. Related to, what else can I tell you? Let's see, what else? Okay, so if I were to look also then in terms of, we spoke about being a bull in a china shop earlier about Taurus. So Taurus very much got that energy, can be quite aggressive, can be quite strong, can be quite overpowering. It's just to just rein it in a little bit. Just to rein it in a little bit, take the time before you speak and just to think. You know, listen twice and speak once, as they usually say. Okay, so think about that one, and may that be your lodestar. Also, when related to love and that kind of relationship, it's the same kind of idea. Also, where am I placing my energies? Do I want to continue with what I'm doing? All the energy that I've placed into the situation, am I seeing the fruits of my labor? Do I want to continue with this relationship? Do I want to get into and start this relationship with this individual? Are they giving me what I have put into the situation? as well. So that 7 of seeking and wondering and finding is all about that, asking yourself these questions and trying to find the right thing. Keep on looking everywhere and trying to find. Sometimes what we're looking for, we don't have to go and find. We can just stay right where we are. It will come to us. Okay, it's just take a moment. Take a step back and just take a moment to relax. Okay, so relationship-wise, this is saying that sometimes you might just be friend-zoned if you're not careful, if you don't actually just take a risk and just go for it over there. If you keep on looking at something, it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, so I think, yeah, it's withdrawing now. That's all I have for you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful evening. I'll speak to you soon.